We're going to be working on this mushroom image. I'm going to click the mushroom layer to be sure that I'm working on this layer. And we're going to go over the magnetic lasso tool. So that's again in your collection of lasso tools here. The magnetic lasso tool works by trying to identify the contrast between the pixels. It tries to find the edge of something, an object. It's looking for the difference of definition and blur and also contrast and color change. And so it works well for more complex images, but it also requires a little bit of tweaking. So like I can probably foresee that where my mushroom gets a little darker on the edge, or where some of these little flakes on it get a little bit blurrier, it might not pick that up. And that's okay. We're just going to do our best and see what this tool does. So the magnetic tool kind of works along an edge. You'll click where you want it to start, and you'll click where you want it to end. You could click along the way if you want to kind of like move or create an anchor point. I'm going to go around kind of slowly to see if it will find the edge of this mushroom, and then I can go back and repair if it misses anything or cuts anything off. So I'm just sort of tracing around the edge loosely, but I don't have the steadiest hand, like I said before, so this works better than just the regular lasso tool, because it's trying to find the edge of those pixels, or the edge of the object that I'm trying to outline. I might make a click here and then click here, and then let it find its way to the bottom. And then this bottom is pretty tricky, but it's doing okay. And then finally at the end, I want to close it out. When I see that little circle symbol pop up with my lasso tool icon, I know that that's gonna complete the circuit. And so now I have got the marching ants. That's my selection. And so if I zoom in, it did pretty well. It cut off, or I went a little bit over in some areas, and it cut off a little bit. So what I might do, and let me move this little guy, I will use the magnetic lasso tool again to try to add and subtract. And so again, using the shift key will add, holding the option or alt key will subtract. So let's do that. So I'm going to hold the shift key, and then I get a little plus symbol. I don't have to hold it throughout the whole selection, but I just click to get it started. And then I let the shift key go, but then I'm trying to go around my selection. And then again, I have to close the gap, so I go around. Oh, but I did the opposite thing. I added to my selection when I needed to subtract. So let me do that again. I'm going to hold the option key to get the little minus symbol next to my icon there. And again, I just start, I click minus, I can let the option key go, and I make my selection. And this time I'm going to go all the way around this. Here we go. Okay, that's more like it. I'm going to do the same thing here where I got a little bit extra. So I hold the option key, click around, try to get rid of that background. Sometimes this sort of thing happens where it gets a little bit out of whack. Just close it again, and you can always add. So I'm going to try to get this thing back. There we go. Not too bad. I'm going to get this one here out of the way, and then this looks okay. Maybe I'll try to add this little bit, and if the lasso tool doesn't pick it, or if the magnetic lasso tool doesn't pick it up very well, I can always go get my regular lasso tool for small areas. It's not a big deal to add, just like a little piece here. I can trace around that okay without being too unsteady. So I'm holding shift to add to that selection, and I would hold alt or option to take away. So hold option there. Okay, there we go. So that looks pretty good. Oh, I didn't mean to deselect. And so what I wanted to do with this mushroom is get rid of the background and just isolate the mushroom. Kind of a move that I end up making a lot when I make a selection is I inverse that selection. So I grab the thing that I want to get, and then I'll go to select inverse. And now the selection is the whole background of this composition around the mushroom. And I can simply cut that out. We'll go over like feathering and smoothing the edge, but for now we can cut. So I could edit and cut, or Command X. And now we have a little mushroom all on its own that I could copy and play with and build something out of.